What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome back to our Saturday afternoon Battle Royales. We are in week number 8, about to hump into some gold Apex Legends action. But before we get to that, we have got one thing we've got to cover first, and it is, of course, our Good Luck, Have Fun pledge. So if you know it, go ahead and say it loud, say it proud. Good luck, have fun is a promise to set a positive example with my behavior, to show integrity by honoring the rules, to be a good sport whether I win or lose, to recognize that my words have real impact, to speak up against discrimination, harassment, and abuse, to stop, listen, and reassess if I'm told that my words or actions are harmful, and finally to respect others even if their sincere opinions are different from my own. Now, with all that said, it is time to jump into our Apex Legends coverage for the day. We are on World's Edge today, and this is our first of our 2 gold matches, so let's go ahead and hop right in. Right now, we are joined by the Franklin Phoenix, Quad, Yags, and Maw Noah. We're still in that early looting phase of the game, so we're not going to see a whole lot going on here in the very, very early parts, because a lot of these players, given the skill bracket that we're in, have got their looting paths down to a science. They know where they're going to go, they know what they're going to do, and so it really, you can tell that they are experienced, they are vetted, they are time-tested, hardened Apex legends. They really are the legends of the lobby. And so you will see a little bit of some early skirmishing there. We do see a Gate Moth and company getting taken down there. Triangle seems to be having a bit of a problem as they go down. 17 squads left, 45 players left standing of, I believe, our initial 52. So we've already seen a little bit of action here early. But moving on, let's go ahead and take a look elsewhere on the map. So as for the moment, since we swap it up the maps week to week, seems like for the most part we do not have a lot of players out in the center, aside from J-Dace, who I do believe, correct me if I'm wrong here, well, if it would let me pick the player, that would be real nice. Alright, here we go. I think J-Dace is playing as a solo, but we will check back in on that here in a little bit. Instead, the Shogun here at Triangle, the Agate Moth and Triangle XP12 have already been taken down, so Black Belt 19, the last man standing for his squad, going to be on a bit of a rescue mission here to try and get things back up and running. I wish the best of luck to him. On the other side of things, the Gnome Ants, Scribbles, Air Demolition, and Arkham 509, bit of a similar story. So clearly they've been in a bit of an early engagement here. They've already taken some heavy hits. Nobody's gone down just yet. And if we do a little bit of a double check here, let's go ahead and see who is on the board, who is the ones dealing the damage here. But for the moment, it looks like Gnome Darts have already picked up 2 kills. Welsh and Dr. Igneous having already gotten a kill respectively. As well, Golden Striker 27 for Rocky Mountain has got one as well. Now the Gnome Ants may be in a little bit of trouble here. Scribbles and Arkham taking quite a bit of damage, but they are going to be able to finally lock down that kill. One more player standing, and that is going to be a double kill. Council 911 and EJ Deadrider are going to be taken out there by Air Demolition. Excellent job there, and able to get the res off onto Scribble, so they are going to be collecting all that tasty, tasty loot. Moving on, our kill leaders on the lobby, the Gnome Darts, Welsh and Dr. Igneous, both having respectively picked up 1 kill so far, and you can tell just based on their aggressive movement, aggressive position here over towards the reactor, that they are going to be looking for more kills here. They are on a bit of a war path, looking for blood, looking for violence, because that is how you secure those necessary placement points, picking up as many eliminations as possible. So they are going to be a team to watch on the whole season. As a matter of fact, they are a high player, high contender. So somebody to keep your eyes on the squad here. Welsh, Mr. Tiger Fox, and Dr. Igneous. Excellent job so far. Over with Cincinnati Black, Water Can't Aim, Ramadan.txt, and JS Legend. We've seen them pop off so far on the season. Some really high octane performances out of these three so far. I'm quite interested to see what they are going to be pulling out of the bag, out of the hat this afternoon, if they've got some new tricks, some new advantages to put into play. It seems like they've already decided on a bit of a push here, making their way up with the Air Cyclone. Yep, they have already spotted out one. Water Can't Aim already working on him. A couple of shots are going to land there. Has not quite found the takedown. Fade is going to fall there. Water Can't Aim closing in on another player. Ramadan.txt has fallen as Water Can't Aim finds yet another kill. Lifeline's going to be taken down. And now the additional res up onto the one friendly. They're going to finish off that elimination. An excellent job there. A nice team fight win. Moving on, the Omaha Infinity, Overjoyed Fool, Selfish Puppy, and One are pretty much in a similar situation here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the standings again. You did see Overjoyed Fool picking up a double kill here just a little bit ago. So he is the kill leader for the lobby, and I do believe he is actually in a three-way tie for the kill leader. Making a four-way tie is Air Demolition for the Gnome Ants, Water Can't Aim for Cincinnati Black, Golden Striker for Rocky Mountain, and Overjoyed for Omaha. Are all sitting at 2 kills so far. We have 16 squads still left standing, 40 players. As the barrier is going to continue to shrink down, get closer and closer to the inevitable finish of the match, when things really start to heat up. And that really is the story of an Apex Legends match. Things are kind of calm. You get a couple early picks, some early skirmishing, but as soon as it gets down to those last couple of zones, things really start to heat up, and you start to see some of that action-packed Apex Legends action. You start to try to anticipate. Triangle XP12 going to be taken down there by Overjoyed Fools. He picks up yet another elimination. He's going to go ahead and finish him off. Yes, he is. Overjoyed Fool 48, the new kill leader on the lobby, breaking that four-way two-kill tie as he picks up his third. Another excellent job there. Over here now with the, I believe this is Wellington Mustangs, maybe a different Mustangs, but the Mustangs nonetheless. Lifeline's Fade and Sprite Cranberry Drinker. Unfortunately, Sprite Cranberry Drinker, the last man standing for his squad. So in a very similar position to a couple of the other teams that we have seen so far, where we've sort of got that single renegade player trying to be the lifeline, no pun intended, trying to be the savior of their squad. So Sprite Cranberry Drinker, I hope you stacked up on your Sprite Cranberry today. You're going to have to chug a couple of those in order to stay competitive here as the match continues on. Meanwhile, the Troy Evo Eagles, number 2, DJ Fort Pro, again, sort of that intermediate player here, having to be the savior. And Vixty31 has already been taken down, and Exeter as well is in the process of going down as well. But it looks like DJ Fort Pro is doing his best to just try and stay safe for the moment, trying to hide out in the corner. He does have his Sentinel in hand, but that is not a traditionally very good close-range weapon. So if he gets closed in on here and there, I do think there are at least a couple of players looking for him as of right now. Let's take a look. If I could figure out where the heck he went. There he is. No, so they have wrapped back around as the squad of Dr. Igneous, Welsh, and Mr. Tiger Fox. And looking in the chat here, let's see, Adriel24, or the 24th, I should say, is saying that it is Dr. Igneous' birthday. So a happy birthday to Dr. Igneous, celebrating with perhaps a victory here in our first round of the day. The Gnome Darts looking very promising to be high tier players as the match continues to progress. They've already made their mark and they are going to be looking for more. Try and secure as many kills as possible before the final confrontation. Over somewhere else, Slug Life going to be taking out Selfish Puppy. And things are continuing to escalate. Let's go ahead and see if we can find out where the action's going on. I do believe it is over here with the Franklin Phoenix. Yags, Quads, Mon Noah, midst of a fight here. So I think this is, yes, the one who was in a tie for the lobby kill leader but has now taken sole possession. Water Can't Aim, JS Legend, and Ramadan.txt from Cincinnati Black. They have done exceptionally well thus far this season. They are always major players in the endgame, particularly in the past several weeks of our Battle Royale coverage. So I'm thrilled to get to see them pop off once again.
Let's check out that way.
Omaha Infinity, we did just see Selfish Puppy get eliminated here just a little bit ago by Slug Life. So Overjoyed Fool and One doing their best here to try and recover.
Let's go this way.
They do, well, let's see here. They did have a couple of ultimates available. They just used the one, so calling down the airstrike. They are not really in a good position to get their teammate back in. One is under fire, taking the zip line up to try and maybe get some cover and escape. Maybe with the redeploy can make their way out and away here, try and regroup with their team. Over here, Rocky Mountain. Golden Striker, Shadow King, 89, 641. The last two standing here, Speed Shooter 67 has already been taken out of the game. So this is yet another example of a 2 or 1 player squad trying to survive in the world of the threes. So they are doing their best to try and stay competitive here, getting the meds off, trying to recover some of that shield, some of that HP to enable them to stay alive into the late game. Over here with Madworth playing as a duo today, Zool and Kaon. Another example of a 2-player squad in a world of threes, and they are kind of just playing on the outside, trying to hang loose here up on the rocks and stay far enough away that they don't attract a whole lot of attention, but they are going to have to reposition here very shortly. Meanwhile, down on the southeastern side of the map, the Gnome Darts are, I guess, sort of the intermediaries and the third party in another confrontation here.
I see one.
Be waiting to see how that develops as things continue. Dr. Igneous, the birthday boy himself, with 2 kills already, and is going to be looking to extend that. Going to get the res off onto Welsh, get him back into the fight. Dr. Igneous being a real team player.
I got one
Whoops. I'm throwing things here in the studio. My apologies. I'm trying to get things mixed up and set back into place. Let's take another look here at the map. We are getting down into that critical final phase. Hanover Horde, Booger and Slug Life out here alone. Their teammate has already fallen, trying to use the heat shield there to stay alive, at least for a couple more moments. And they're going to be rushing back into the ring. They're going to take a devastating amount of damage and have to go ahead and medkit off. But they are so far away from the next circle that they are going to have to move, unfortunately. They are being closed in on. Zool and Kaon from Madworth have got them in the crosshairs, and they are looking to take a couple of pot shots, maybe finish them off while they're in the air. But unfortunately, none of those shots are going to land. The flatline, not really that great of a long-distance weapon, so they are not able to lock down on those kills just yet. Looking around here, back in the circle again.
This area.
The Gnome Ants, Arkham, 509, Air Demolition, and Scribbles making their way out onto the exterior edge of the next circle, and they do appear to have eyes on another squad. A lot of kills dropping over immediately. Sly Fox is your new kill leader with 5.
Care package over there. Enemy inside.
But as things continue to develop, these teams are going to get closer and closer to one another. And unlike some of our final circles in previous weeks, this is not going to be in an enclosed area. This is mostly going to be on exterior, outside terrain. A lot of open space to work with. So more than likely, with the number of players still in the mix here, things are going to start heating up very soon here. Ramadan TXT, the last man standing for Cincinnati Black. He is hanging out in one of the only remaining buildings. One of the only safe places left on the map. Just trying to survive for the moment. We've seen solos pull it out in previous weeks, so maybe Ramadan.txt can pull things out here today. Madworth, on the other hand, down here in the tunnel, is in a little bit of a pinch position. Zul and Kaon are going to have to rotate out through the storm in order to make their way back into the zone. And you see them loading up there on their shield batteries, trying to get as many meds consolidated as possible before they make this move. And here comes the commit. They're going to have to wrap around and back into the ring, but it does so much damage. They are able to make it back in at a huge health cost, forcing them to use some of those precious meds in order to keep themselves alive, but they are able to do it successfully. The Franklin Phoenix, on the other hand, in the midst of a large battle here, Maw, Noah, Yags, and Quad down amongst the rocks here. They are also trying to crank down some meds here, trying to re-secure this positioning here, lock down a bit of a frontward position. They've already found one. Maw Noah cracking out some shots. But unfortunately, this positioning is not really all that optimal. Locked down in the low ground. They are going to have to rotate again. Plots out one another. And that is going to be a lot of shots landing and an elimination there as Maw Noah taking down Ramadan.txt. He was not able to make it out and survive for the team. He is going to be taken down. 5 squads left, and just like I mentioned, out here in the open field, there's nowhere to hide as Maw Noah finds another. Slug Life going to be taken down. And Quad finds one onto Kaon as well. Things are getting wild here. Mr. Me, Sly Fox, 3 squads left. The Triangle Shogun, Franklin Phoenix, and the Cincinnati Orange, the last 3 standing, but as we know, only one can win. The Shogun here in a very promising position up here on the top of this high ground. Black Belt already been eliminated, so it's Triangle XP12 and Agate Moth up on the high ground. I would say that they have a very promising position here to maybe come out with the top finish. You see, Agate Moth has got his Prowler out. He is maybe looking to start up a fight here. A couple squads left. They do go for the drop down, and they found a couple players unaware, but Agate Moth going to be taken out. And Triangle XP12 trying his best here to stay up and in. Does manage to find the elimination. 12. 2 squads left standing. He does manage to get the res off, but Agate Moth is going to be taken out almost immediately. Triangle XP12 doing his best to work things out here, but it does not matter. Franklin Phoenix closing it out. Pick up the first place finish. An excellent job there on that first place finish for Maw Noah, Quad, and Yags. Before we hop into our next round of action, we are going to go ahead and take a look at the standings. Take a look at that match summary, see who popped off, and see who may have gotten a little bit robbed. With that first place finish, the Franklin Phoenix, 7 eliminations. In second, the Shogun, Triangle Shogun, 2 eliminations. Cincinnati Orange with 9 eliminations for the 2-man squad. Madworth in 4th with 1. The Hanover Horde in 5th with 4. Cincinnati Black in 6th with 4. The Gnome Ants in 7th with 3. The Gnome Darts in 8th place finish with 8 eliminations. The Omaha Infinity in 9th with 3. The Cupertino Grizzly in 10th with 5. The Gnome Mowers coming up in 11th. The Rocky Mountain in 12th with 3 eliminations. The Troy Evo Eagles number 2 in 13th place. The Mustlangs in 14th place. The Franklin Samurai in 15th. Guardian Bears in 16th. The Troy Evo Eagles number 1 in 17th. And bringing up the rear is the Bearded Dragons. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes with our second round of Apex Legends Gold. And after that, we will be moving into Fortnite Gold. Stick around. You won't want to miss it. everybody, and welcome back to round number 2 of our Gold Apex Legends coverage. We are excited to jump into things here this round. So we'll be coming up here in just a second. For the moment, we are joined by the Omaha Infinity, Selfish Puppy, Overjoyed Pool, 48 and 1. And they are making their drop down already here. So looking at the map for the moment, again, we have a pretty big spread. The biggest difference that I'm noticing as of right now is that we do have one squad dropping out in the middle of the map. We got Quad, Noah, and Yags, which is the winners of round number 1. So looking at things, actually, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and take a look over here. Join up with the Franklin Phoenix, see what they have got cooking in the kitchen so far. Let's see. So they are in a bit of a solo looting position here right now. I'm giving them a little bit of love and appreciation out here. You know. Looking at things for now, we're actually going to go ahead and hop around the map. We'll go ahead and take a look elsewhere. See that they're getting pretty kitted up for the time being. Over here with Cincinnati Orange, Jade Ace, Mr. Me, and Sly Fox 1721. Like we've mentioned in the past, a very similar story all across the map. I did see Mr. Tiger Fox picking up the elimination there onto Invixty. And Water Can't Aim gets another onto Air Demolition. So some early combat already going down. But as we've seen time and time again, a lot of these players have already got their looting paths, got their looting routes picked out and figured out. So you're not going to see a ton of squads getting taken down early. That does not mean that there will not be some early fighting, as evidenced here. The Cupertino Grizzly on the tail end of a fight here. Jay So Cool, Minky, and Never Onebula. Seems like they were just on the receiving end of a fight. Elimination picked up by Jay So Cool. It looks like they are maybe under fire once again. Jay So Cool already popping off with some more shots there. Is going to drop. Even just Never Onebula, who is going to be taken out. That's one squad eliminated. And many more to follow. At least another 13 going to be taken out of the picture before things are all said and done here today. Rocky Mountain picking up the kills there. Golden Striker and Shadow King. Golden Striker with that double kill, putting himself up on the board.
Mid-range.
Over here with Madworth, with Zool, Kaon, and Swifty. Looks like they were finally able to pick up a third teammate. Zool and Kaon actually got I believe it was a second or third place finish last time around. Even with 2, they were able to have a pretty convincing performance. But now they are looking to be under fire. Swifty taking some shots back. But it is not going to land, at least for the moment. Gotta love a good healer. Kaon enjoying the benefits of some extra shields there.
Quick, go here.
Moving on and along, Guardian Bears here in a fight as well. Solo the YOLO, Riri Games, and Grimblade 2585 taking some shots here into a building. Let's see, what are we looking at? Where are they at? What's going on? Looks like they have a Sprite Cranberry Drinker pinned down. And Grimblade is going to finish out the kill there. Takes out Fade as well. So that is yet another squad already taken out of the picture. 13 squads and 37 players left standing. And we've barely even gotten into things yet.
Phoenix, get here.
Council up here on the top side has actually been separated from his team. Maybe, may have disconnected, it looks like. His 2 teammates, Yo King and EJ Deadrider, are going to have to finish things out here as a duo in a world of trios. And you can tell that they know based on the way that they're playing. They're playing very, very safe. Far away from the other teams, just trying to hang out and live. Rocky Mountain in a bit of trouble here as well. Golden Striker, the last man standing for his squad. Shadow King and Speed Shooter have already been taken out. And Speed Shooter going to be finished off there by Slug Life. So Golden Striker doing his best to try and keep things locked down. Another solo player surviving alone in a world full of trios. Zool, Kaon, and Swifty back with our friends from earlier. Look to be in a pretty good position so far. As Shadow King is going to be taken out. Let's go ahead and take a look at the standings here for a moment. Water Can't Aim and JS Legend picked up 3 kills for Cincinnati Black already. The Guardian Bears have 2 kills on the back of Grimblade. Rocky Mountain have got 3. Golden Striker with 2 and Shadow King with 1. Gnome Darts also with 2, both on Mr. Tiger Fox. And the Hanover Horde bringing up the rear there with 2 as well. Things still starting to get heated up here. We're not really into that big climactic finish just yet. But it will be coming along here very shortly. Troy Evo Eagles 2 in a bit of trouble here on the outside of the zone. DJ Fort Pro and Vixty and Exceeder trying to make their way down into the tunnel, looks like. And they're still picking up some loot on the way. But for the moment, they are just going to hang out and make their way into the circle. The Guardian Bears, Grimblade, Riri Games, Solo the YOLO. Pretty much in the same position as everyone else. So really, there's not a whole lot of teams that are up and on top of one another. We may see a bit of a conflict coming out here in just a second. Solo the YOLO and company going to be coming up on the duo of EJ Deadrider and Yo King. As anticipated, their trio has disconnected from the lobby, so they are eternally a 2-piece now. And they do spot their potential opponents making their way up the zip line, but are choosing to not give away their position by taking any preemptive shots. Opting to play it safe instead. Meanwhile, big fight going on over here. Madworth. I do believe that this is going to be Rocky Mountain as well. The 2 have already been taken out. Golden Striker still the last man standing. Did manage to get it. Looks like a double revive. But again, the last one alive here. Looking to maybe get the drop.
1 second, we got this.
The revive is going to be coming through. So Golden Striker going to get back at least 1 teammate. Definitely going to be looking to finish off another.
1 second, we got this.
Golden Striker, you're a hero, my friend. But now the hero is under fire and is going to be taken down. It was unfortunately a bait, as Kaon has already finished off 1. And Zool picks up the kill there onto Golden Striker. Speed Shooter quick to follow. And now these 3 have got to make their way. Madworth has got to make their way further down. Take a look over here with, let's take a look at Agate Moth. Black Belt and Triangle XP2. Excuse me, 12 for the Triangle Shogun. And they're doing a pretty good job keeping themselves up and safe. Still in that, a lot of these teams are taking a lot of time to just hide and try to make it to the final zone. So some of the teams that are more confident are going for those really aggressive pushes. The Shogun, on the other hand, are not doing that. You see, they have once again taken this tactical high ground positioning. Sort of on an off angle on the edge of the circle. Because from this position, they can't really be flanked. they have got good eyes on the rotations of just about every other team that's going to be coming through. Sly Fox picks up a kill there onto Exceeder. And Triangle XP12 looking around for maybe a potential flank. Has not spotted out any players yet. So this is an almost ironclad position where they are right now. They can stand here with pretty much no concerns at all. There's always, you know, the lurking idea that perhaps there's a team out in the storm with heat shield waiting to just rotate in and make them pay for it. But it seems like for the moment they are doing a good job of just staying active on the high ground and staying alive. So an excellent job there by the Shogun so far. Gnome Darts, however, do seem to have noticed that resupply balloon, and it is going to be taken out. And they do now have eyes on our previous friends who are going to have to make a jump there off the high ground. And the Gnome Darts may be looking to capitalize. Although they may have bigger problems to deal with, they've already got their crosshairs lined up on a couple of extra players. As the shot there going to go a bit wide for Welsh. But Mr. Tiger Fox and Dr. Igneous doing a great job with the pin down there. The birthday boy proving why he is here in this lobby. Still, Mr. Tiger Fox already got 2 kills on the lobby. He is up on the upper end here. Across the lobby, Water Can't Aim has picked up 7 eliminations by himself. So let's go ahead and move over and see what is going on with these 3. Cincinnati Black. They very streaky team. I'll see them. They finish in the 5, 6, 7 range a lot. But sometimes they will pop off and get 19 kills in first place just out of nowhere. This team, when they get hot, they get really hot, which makes them really fun to watch. So now here comes the push is what it looks like. Water Can't Aim has already picked up 7 eliminations, and no doubt he is going to be looking for more. The lobby kill leader looking for even more, and he's already found him. Another knockdown on the black belt. They are more than likely going to be able to finish things off as Water Can't Aim picks up another 8 kills now. The lobby kill leader, and he is still hungry, still looking for more. The push up the ramp with his R99 in hand. They are going to have to go ahead and disengage to preserve their lives here. Big shields able to keep them up and healthy as Ramadan locks down yet another kill. With Cincinnati Black pretty much on fire. Meanwhile, the Overhaul Infinity, Selfish Puppy 564, Overjoyed Fool 48, and 1. Another team just lurking down in the tunnels, trying to keep themselves safe and alive. Which is funny because the team of Welsh, Dr. Igneous, and Mr. Tiger Fox are looming overhead. They just do not know. Another confrontation going on over here. Water Can't Aim and Company in a bit of a fight here. Swifty getting revived. Kaon and Zool able to keep him up. They're working on maybe taking down the kill leader on the lobby. A shot does land there for Zool, but they have not been able to finish things off just yet. Another big headshot, but still no elimination. The HP bars are so low they can't afford to go for the push. And as a result of that, Water Can't Aim and Company going to be able to get the reposition off. Go ahead and redeploy. And they've got their eyes on yet another player. They go from confrontation to confrontation. Water Can't Aim has already lit him up. And Ramadan there to finish it off. Water Can't Aim has picked up yet another kill as Triangle XP12 going to be taking out 9 kills now. Meanwhile, the Franklin Phoenix of Maw, Noah, Yags, and Quad. Last round's winners still very much in the picture. 9 squads left, 21 players left standing. And Quad's got eyes on a potential maybe usurper here. Runs out of ammo mid-fight, but it does not matter. EJ Dead Rider going to be taken out in the fray as Maw Noah finds another. They're taking some time to maybe pick up some loot there, but the combat has not stopped just yet. Out elsewhere on the map, Sprite Cranberry Drinker picks up a kill on the Grim Blade, and Swifty finds one on the Selfish Puppy. Zool with 2 as well. As Swifty going to go down, and Overjoyed Fool going to be taken out as well. 7 squads now remaining. And as the zone continues to shrink, things are only going to continue to get more exciting. Mono, Quad, and Yags in trouble. Quad, the last man standing, and is going to be taken out. Ramadan TXT, the one to finish it off. Last round's winners will not have a repeat. And Ramadan, Water Can't Aim, and JS Legend appear to be unstoppable. As Water has already found 9 kills. JS Legend has 2. And Ramadan TXT has 3. Water Can't Aim just does not want to settle down. He's made the call. I see it coming. They've already made the decision. The Gnome Darts are the next in line for their assault. Mr. Tiger Fox, Welsh, and Dr. Igneous in the midst of being assaulted by the current kill leaders on the lobby. JS Legend actually going to be taken out there by Welsh as he finds a double kill. Ramadan going to be taken out as well. And this may be the end of the Reign of Terror. Water Can't Aim, the last man standing for his squad, albeit the most deadly of them all as well. It appears he is going to be able to successfully get those revives off. 6 squads, 12 players left standing. As Ramadan.txt brought back into the fight, JS Legend is going to be finished off there by Welsh. Now Water Can't Aim again, taking some pot shots there off the high ground, going for the reposition. And even in the midst of losing a player here, still on the offensive, trying to maybe find another kill, another player. But he's getting low here. Gotta pop some shields. Ramadan in trouble as well as he goes down. And the aggressor's now coming in with the push. Water Can't Aim again, the last man standing, pinned down in the corner by the Storm. And again, his 9 kills may lead to the finish here. Goes ahead and pops the ultimate. He's trying to finish one off. Runs out of ammo mid-fight and is going to be taken down. K-On finishes it off. Madworth, the ones to dethrone the lobby kill leaders. K-On now with 5 kills. Zool and Swifty doing pretty well themselves, but Swifty going to be taken down there by Dr. Igneous. Zool in the middle of maybe another push through himself. Trying to find an opening to get the res off as K-On goes down as well. Zool now the last man standing. He doesn't have any cover though, trying to get some shields, but he is dangerously low. And it is all or nothing for Madworth here. It is all in the hands of Zool to try and keep his team alive. But he is going to be taken out there, the bleed. Mr. Tiger Fox, the one to pick up the kill there. 4 squads now left standing. Mr. Tiger Fox, Dr. Igneous, and Welsh still standing, 3 men strong. Mr. Me, for the Cincinnati Orange, is alone here by himself. And is the last man standing in the 1v3. The Gnome Darts looking to pick up yet another first place finish. And it is all too easy. Gnome Darts picking up the W. An excellent job there. Dr. Igneous, the birthday boy, gets the victory to celebrate. Welsh and Mr. Tiger Fox pulling their weight as well. Alright folks, that is going to do it for our Apex Legends Gold coverage for the day. Fortnite Gold 2:45 time slot coming up next. But before we hop into that, let's go ahead and take a look at the match summary here. do a little bit of a recap before we move on. In first place, the Gnome Darts with 7 eliminations. Second, Cincinnati Orange with 4. In third, the Hanover Horde with 3. In fourth, the Omaha Infinity with 2. In fifth, Madworth with 8. Sixth, Cincinnati Black with 14 eliminations. In seventh, the Franklin Phoenix with 3. In eighth, the Guardian Bears with 2. In ninth, Troy Evo Eagles 1. In 10th, Triangle Shogun. In 11th, the Troy Evo Eagles 2. God, that is difficult to say. 12th, the Gnome Mowers. And 13th, Rocky Mountain Grizzly with 3. 14th, the Mustangs. 15th, the Cupertino Grizzly with 1 elimination. And coming up in the rear, the Gnome Ants with 6. In 16th, not with 16. That would be insane. Get 16 eliminations, get last. Oh my lord. Anyways, as I mentioned before, that is going to go ahead and do it for our Apex Legends coverage for the day. We'll be back very shortly with our regularly scheduled Fortnite Gold coverage. Stick around if you are interested. You will not want to miss it. But for now, I have been Mesby, and it has been a pleasure. We'll be back very shortly with Fortnite.
Check it out.
Back.